early morning computer work. Here are the upgrades that I have planned for that system. Put a gigabyte of memory here, at least I think that's a gigabyte of memory. I hope it all works. 4 512 meg sticks to replace what's installed in it now. The hard drive on the ground, 1.6 gigabyte Western Digital, is going to go in there. It's just going to be used as a storage drive because for slideshows I don't need something big, and I want to use that drive for something anyways. There's an ATI all-in-wonder right there that I'm going to use, mostly for the TV output because I can't find my radio card right now. I'll have to go looking for it elsewhere. And then there's a wireless card in there that I'm adding mainly for kicks and grins. So I'm going to put all this stuff away and we're going to get started. Okay, here's the original RAM. Two 256 megabyte modules and a 1 gigabyte upgrade. Here's what we got in there now. All memory sockets are populated with 512 megabyte modules to give me 2 gigs total, which is all a system like this will really take advantage of. You could put 4 in it, but you won't get advantage of all 4. You won't be able to use all 4 anyways, because it's limited to 32-bit software, I believe. There's the wireless card. I probably will not leave that in there. There's the tuner card. I'm going to have to get the, I'm going to get the breakout adapter for the output on that one. And there's the new hard drive. So, we're going to fire it up and see if anything explodes in my face before I put this into its new home, which is actually going to be right there. Okay, there's nothing. I'm going to have to replace that fan. That's really irritating. Heard the new hard drive spin up. No video. Let me do some troubleshooting. Okay. Stupid lens dust. I'm not even sure where that all came from. But, let's try the onboard video. No, I am getting nothing out of it. So something is clearly not working. Which one have I got? I'm on the right one. Let me do some more troubleshooting. Either the RAM's bad, or I can't use that card. It's possible that I can't use that card. I'm thinking it's the card. Alright, so I got it to boot without the one set of value RAM in there. So we can see we've now got a gigabyte of memory. But I wonder if one of those chips is bad. I think one of these memory modules might be junk. So I'll try one of them in one slot and see what we get out of it. Alright, get this, folks. I removed the memory and reinserted it. And that's working. I don't understand that. I wonder if maybe it's got something to do with the it's got something to do with the bad capacitors. But there we go. Dual channel mode, so that's definitely good. Let me check the hard drives. Yep, it's detected. 1.62 gigabytes. So everything is there. The other thing I did is I moved the optical drive back to its proper position, where it's supposed to be. And I'm going to have to add my AGP card to that, because I need to get the output, but I can't use... I wonder if I could put that card back in and see if what happens then. Alright. The system is now working with the Radeon, or the all-in-wonder in there. So now I've just got to get my Windows XP installation disk and my breakout card, and then I could put the system back there, and I'll put the side panel back on, because it appears as though everything actually is going to work. We'll see. Alright, it is installed. Fire it up. Hope that it survived the trip in there. I believe F9 is the boot menu. Yes, it is. So we'll get our boot menu. Eject. Put in our Windows XP disk. Let it spin up for a minute. Yeah, I'm foregoing the HDAT2 and the foregoing HDAT2 and also foregoing the test. Unfortunately, with that, I wonder if it's working. Hold on a minute. Alright, so because I know that that particular hard drive there, that Western Digital, was involved in a failed format, and I'm wondering if maybe it's holding the system back, I'm going to completely erase it with HDAT2, and we'll see what happens then. If that doesn't work, I'll have to do the Linux drive as well. And then if that doesn't work, I'll have to take the other drive out and see what happens then. Okay, so it turns out it was the master boot record on the 80 gigabyte drive that was messing it up. At least that's what I came to the conclusion of, because it wasn't working with that drive plugged in until I erased the MBR. So, where's the F1 key? Press F1. And it'll reboot itself. And hopefully then we'll be able to install Windows XP, finally. Setup is inspecting your computer's hardware configuration. Please work. Yep, there we go. See? Stupid camera lost focus. Wasn't exactly a reason for that, but whatever. Now it's got to load everything. Okay, let's see what happens. I assure you I read that carefully. You want the 80 gigabyte drive here. Install to unpartitioned space on 80 gig drive. Quick format with NTFS. I'm not going to sit there and wait for it to format 80 gigabytes, so this should work. But this should work, I guess I should say. Alright, so I had to do a full format in order to get it to this point. Because it wouldn't boot otherwise. And what is wrong with this camera today? Apparently focus is not a thing. I always love how it says that it is going to take approximately 39 minutes no matter what the system is. You can have an i7 with an SSD and it would still say 39 minutes when you first start setup. It's always wrong too, I never understood that. Alright, ooh, look at that resolution. I wonder if the sound will work out of the box. Sounds like the answer to that question is a big no. Oh well, maybe it didn't get the resolution quite right. Maybe this doesn't run in a high-res resolution. Okay, I gotta put in all these details. And now we are doing the massive driver install. Now we'll reboot it now. Listen to that, there's audio now. I just hope... I don't need the Windows XP CD anymore, so I can take that out of there. I just hope it doesn't try to boot from that USB drive. I think it supports USB booting, so it might even try to boot from that drive. And I might have to take it out. I'm then going to have to install the service packs and do all of that hullabaloo. What I'm going to do right now is I'm going to go in and I'm going to share. I right-clicked this test drive here. The system boots back up. Let's see. I can't share it, I guess. Well, that blows. So I'm gonna have to figure something out for that. But anyways, this shouldn't be too difficult. Alright, so for those of you who are new to the HP BIOS flashing, at least for this system, when you install the package, you'll get this. And what you'll do is you'll choose one of these options. I am going to choose the option to build a diskette. Yes, a floppy diskette. I'm going to hope the floppy drive is good in this. But we'll go ahead and we'll check that floppy drive. See if it works. Which it might not, because it is taking an awfully long time to read that. No ID address mark was found on the floppy disk. So I hope that disk isn't bad. That's a brand new disk. So we'll eject that. Hit stop. We'll put it back in. I'll try and format it. You don't need to see that. We'll see what goes on with this. Okay, I changed disks, and we're still having issues. It's not working, so... And this is a no-good disk, so the drive is bad. Oh well. Oh, there it goes. What the hell? So when I want to put it on video, it starts working. Okay. I don't think there's anything on this disk that I care about anyways. Just a quick format. And hopefully it'll work. Yep, Windows was unable to complete the format, so I got an intermittent floppy drive and I'm going to have to replace it. That's junk. So forget about a floppy disk. That's not going to work. Go back up to Flash. So we'll open it. It's strongly recommended that all applications be closed, so we will do that. We will close everything. We'll hit next. So, we've got version 1.11. This will get us 2.44. Update. And I better hope that the power doesn't go out. May take up to a minute. Okay. Reboot system. Yeah. So let's go into the BIOS. I think I didn't hit the key soon enough. Yeah, I didn't hit the key soon enough. I think it was running the flash BIOS. I'm going to shut it down anyways, just to be on the safe side. There's a microcode update that needs to be done as well. I'll have to do that. That is a nice sounding system speaker. It's got a lot of bass to it. I wonder if maybe if you plug in external speakers, if it starts to act as a subwoofer or something. That'd be pretty cool. Alright, in the BIOS. And our copyright date has changed. We are running version 2.44 now. So we're going to ignore an exit. System will boot, and we'll install the microcode update. Okay, everything is now installed except for a couple of key things. So we'll remove this, because we don't need it anymore. Why won't you come out of the USB port? Don't need that anymore. What are we still missing? There should be that wireless LAN card, which I forget what that actually even is. And there's a USB controller that is apparently not installed either. So that's going to take some work. Alright, so now on the network I have this. So we're going to extract. Sure, just extract there, I don't really care. Actually, that's going to take forever. Oh, that's not going to work. That's annoying. Oh, wow, this is slow. Hang on. Okay, screw doing that over the network. That's just going to take forever, so... Oh, auto run. I imagine this was supposed to belong on a disk. Install utility. Sure. I want this. For Windows NT, basically. And we'll see what happens. How slow this is. Okay. Coming off of a USB drive over USB 1, I believe that's 1.1, so that's not fast at all. Okay, preparing to install. That is the stupidest thing ever. No, it's not. You're wrong. So we'll install it manually. I don't need the utility anyways. Useless installers. Ethernet controller, update driver, install from a specific location, do not search for Google Media. It should be in here. Driver, WinXP x86. Next. What are you talking about? You idiot. Stupid. That is so stupid. Unbelievable. So that was an incredible waste of my time. Didn't even install. So, you know what? Fine. Whatever. If that's what it wants to do, that's okay by me. Oops. You piece of garbage. And now it's time for Service Pack 3. Woohoo! Okay, and the other thing I'm going to do before the system reboots or whatever, if this will ever even work, is I'm going to initialize this disk. Disk 0. I'm not going to convert it. There's no reason to convert it. We'll just initialize it. We'll create a new partition. It's a primary partition, full size of the drive. We'll have to give it the letter F. I'll have to change it later. And we will just quick format. And we'll call it slideshows. because that's what it is. That's what it will be. Slideshows, finish, and there we go. So that drive should now be usable. Now you can install Service Pack 3. Close everything. Now I remember why I hate this All-in Wonder card. Oh wow, what the hell is going on here? I can't even go to the other half of the screen. This is ridiculous. Alright, so I'm gonna have to figure something else out. I'll have to install the ATI driver and figure it out from there. Okay, so I've had to change my setup around a bit. The PS2 mouse and keyboard are now not on this system. They are hooked up specifically to the Dell. I have a cheapo USB keyboard here and this USB mouse because I actually replaced this on my main computer with this thing over here. Yeah, I know how funny that is. So this is going to have to be used for this. The KVM will still use the monitor because it can work with just a monitor, so that's okay. But I'll tell you what, I can't use this, so I'm going to just have to unplug the composite cable back there, install the All-in Wonder driver from AMD's website, if it still even exists, and figure it out from there, because this isn't going to work. So. Okay, and after AMD's website thoroughly ticked me off, we now have our installer for the Windows XP driver. It tried to give me the Windows 98 driver at first. I don't know why it did this. That was the stupidest thing I think I have seen in a very long time. Actually, no. No, that's not quite true. The thing that I saw earlier with that TrendNet driver, that was even worse. That was pretty bad. If I ask for an XP driver, I expect an XP driver, not a Windows 98 driver. Alright? I hope we're cool on that. Oh wow, that was bad. But anyways. After extensive searching, I managed to find what it was that I was looking for. So hopefully now, I've got the correct ATI driver that is going to work properly, I might add. Okay, here we go. Let's click to apply that. And it's doing something stupid again. I'm not sure why it's being like that, because it's not supposed to. Okay, monitor. Advanced. What is it doing? Why is this card so stupid? And there's what the TV output looks like. That's about as good as I'm going to get it. Because a TV output on that is not infinitely variable like any self-respecting TV tuner should be. The adjustments, that's what I mean. So this will have to do. Okay, and I'm going to have to adjust this monitor again. Actually, I can't adjust this monitor, can I? So we're going to have to work with it like this. Oh well, I'll see if I can do some other adjustments here. And a reboot. And I want to see what the output looks like on the TV tuner when the system is booting. So we'll change that back to 1. We'll click on Restart Now. And we'll see what that looks like. It does work, as you can see. Which is awesome, and it's probably going to change my display settings when it boots itself back into the operating system, but whatever. Oh, no, it kept the settings. Wow. I am pleasantly surprised. Get out of here. This capture card is not really the best capture card in the world either. You can see some bending there in the picture because it's actually kind of a piece of crap. But anyways, I'll install the rest of the stuff I need to install and we'll get ready for this and continue on. Well, I might as well configure this. My mouse is slow for whatever reason. That seems kind of weird. I don't care about the settings, just work, please. Shut up. Heh, that's funny. This is the last version of Internet Explorer that will run on this, so... yeah, not going to improve there. Yeah, sure, install ActiveX control. Install improvements. I'll have to see if the driver for that wireless card will come in via Windows Update. Hopefully it will. Okay. Custom. And now it'll take a year to do that. Alright, that was actually rather quick. I've never seen it that fast before. Yes, I want to install all of your upgrades. It's stupid WGA crap. And then there's an update for Windows that we'll have to run through. I'll install, and then I can install the billions of updates that need to be installed otherwise. I'm going to forgo the installation of .NET Framework because I don't like it. I don't want to have anything to do with it. Yes, I know that the Broadcom, that Broadcom control panel, it requires, for some dumb reason, .NET Framework, but I don't need the Broadcom control panel, so I don't need .NET Framework. If a time comes where I do need the .NET Framework, I can easily install it. No big deal. Wireless card would have been neat, but I don't need it. I'm not going to take it out because that would just be a pain in the rear end. But when I service the system next, I will have to remove that card. Well, that update failed, but that's okay. Nobody cares about that anyways, because it's installing Media Player 11, so that shouldn't matter. So I'm pretty sure that that's for Media Player 9, which is the previous version of Media Player. So... I'm still not really a big fan of the All-in-Wonder card. I might, if I do find my X1600 Pro, I'm probably just going to put that in there. And when I do that, I'll take out the, whatever, the other thing. The wireless card, because it won't work. You know, some of these Java things I really would like to see, like public transportation passes, really? Parking meters, really? Like, come on. That's ridiculous. Alright, now it is time for unofficial Service Pack 4 to be installed. Yes, this is going to be a USP4 system. I've already got one, but I'll probably end up using this one on a more regular basis because my other USP4 system is also a Linux box, and I use Linux more often on that than I do on this, so... Before the upgrade to Service Pack 4, this is what the system settings says. And oh yes, while I'm at it, there is the system specifications. Okay, as you can see, I'm now using the extra large pointer. That's for visibility of the mouse pointer when I have the, I'm just viewing it over the encoder because I want to be able to see it, and this is the best way to do it. So now the system is going to reboot, and we'll have Service Pack 4 installed. Yeah, I would say it's working hard. And there's what it looks like after the upgrade. Notice that it still says Service Pack 3, but that it claims to be version 2014. A lot of people will probably take a look at this and go, oh, that's bootleg. You shouldn't be using that, showing that on YouTube. No. This was a digital download from Microsoft, which they used to do, and they still do now. That's the explanation. That's what it is. It isn't illegal. It was obtained directly from Microsoft. Alright. So, we're going to install that. Alright, so this project is basically done. If you look down here, we could see that Office is now installed. The other thing I need to do, actually, before I forget, is I need to install the file format converters. Wherever that would be. It will be on my network drive, I think. Okay, so that's complete, so I can shut the system down. Thank you for watching. If you have any comments, feel free to leave them down below. And, oh, wait a minute. I remember what I wanted to do otherwise. It was in here somewhere. I don't need fast user switching. Turn that off. I need to set a password, and then we'll be done.